I want to take a headline from the New York Times. Donald Trump as the defender of white America. More and more increasingly so, Donald Trump has positioned his 2012, or rather his 2020 campaign to be one that will protect white America. Obviously, he will never say white America explicitly, but he will say stuff like this. Listen in.
Suburbs are next. If you elected this guy, the suburbs would be overwhelmed with violence and crime. So that's where we are. This is the most important election in the history of our country. So that's it. We'll see you in Florida. Thank you very much.
So if you elect Joe Biden, the suburbs are going to be under attack. And he said it a lot more expressly on Twitter this morning. I want to pull up that tweet because this has been his positioning. This has been his campaign. This is what he's running on. He is running on demagoguing and fear mongering based on the idea that if Joe Biden is elected, that your suburb, your American dream is going to be undermined, that your neighborhood is not going to be safe anymore, that all of a sudden crime and infestation is going to come to your neighborhood. This is what he's running on. Suburban voters are pouring into the Republican Party because of the violence in Democratic-run cities and states. If Biden gets in, this violence is coming to the suburbs and fast. You could say goodbye to your American dream. This is what he's running on. All right. So in the New York Times piece, this is what the author posited. He said, just days after returning from Kenosha, Wisconsin, where Trump staunchly backed law enforcement and did not mention the name of Jacob Blake, the black man shot 7 times in the back by the police, Mr. Trump issued an order on Friday to purge the federal government of racial sensitivity training that his White House called divisive and anti-American propaganda. The president then spent much of his weekend tweeting about his action, presenting himself as a warrior against identity politics. This is a sickness that cannot be allowed to continue, he wrote of such programs. Please report any sightings so we can quickly extinguish. He reposted a tweet from a conservative outlet hailing his order. Sorry, liberals. How to be anti-white in 101 is permanently canceled. Read this right here. Not in generations has a sitting president so overtly declared himself the candidate of white America. While Mr. Trump's campaign sought to temper the culture war messaging at the Republican National Convention last month by showcasing black and Hispanic supporters who denied that he is a racist, the president himself has increasingly made appeals to the grievances of white supporters a centerpiece of his campaign to win a second term. Donald Trump is as anti-war as he is anti-racist. Donald Trump is as anti-racist as he is anti-war, meaning he's not, meaning he is a racist. And these are dog whistles. This is a bullhorn. He's shouting to all of the white people across America saying, hey, if you elect Joe Biden, those colored people are going to come to your neighborhoods and it's going to be this is something straight out of the 60s. The language. And the problem is that this appeals to any percent of America. The fact that this appeals to any percentage of America is the problem in and of itself about this country. But Donald Trump knows that. He knows that racist appeal is so deeply ingrained in American culture that it was his way to get to the White House in 2016. And if he's lucky, it could be his pathway back to the White House in 2020.